hot dog action in the Life Support League.
Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown.
CPU, that's why.
Could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Washington Huskies.
Shit, I only got one more fucking user game in this league. I only played 2 user games this season.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Washington's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You did right. You earn it by doing it. And he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Handoff to the lone back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Washington wants to go quickly. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Fires one high and deep. Brings it down on the right side.
Wow.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, he finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
The play action fake. He lost it high and deep down the left side.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire
Bro,
country.
that spam shit just fucking
target
blank the
is.
play.
They're going to be
That's some
keen on it,
bullshit.
just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That was
And that's a pick six. It's crazy.
picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. They're bringing heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback.
The computer on some wild shit.
So the TCU Horned Frogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
And it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yep.
And that pass intercepted.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Running back goes in motion. On second down, looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back. And stampeding through the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Off play action. Fires to the right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. They put on the heat, and they blocked it. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Handoff from the gun. At the 35, he's open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Washington right back to the line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Got him downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he almost picked that one off. Instead, it'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He makes the connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And remember, he's already had one block in this game. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's caught inside the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. After almost housing it from deep, they'll try to finish the deal from the red zone. Looking for the score. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Huskies headed quickly to the line.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past. It just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He's looking to throw. He's got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and tackle. Defense going all in to stop the run. Now the play fake. And it's caught. Touchdown, Huskies.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch.
Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, TCU. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fix going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On second down, looking again to throw. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, you got to put that.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Lofts one high and deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring. So they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Here's the handoff. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Washington wants to go quickly. They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical.
Got a lot of running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They're going to throw it again. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even looking deep down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like, he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he loses the football on the return. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive. The expressway is wide open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Getting some heat. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. It's caught. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. They didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his man.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
Looking to go up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll take another shot here. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open run.
And the quarterback is snowed under. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. First down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down. On second down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds his man and they convert. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to pass on second down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football team.
And this one splits the uprights. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
He fires to the left side. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
Mano-y-mano, man. One-on-one go ball. Who's going to make a play? The defender steps up to the occasion, knocks that one away for an incomplete.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He could almost smell the red zone from where he made that fair catch, but it is tremendous field position for this offense. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. On the move, it's Burns. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Looking for the 2-point try.
42 Spider.
Wants to go up top. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You just need to have more efficiency in the passing game. This guy completed exactly 50% of his throws the last game out. Not good enough. And he's below that number in this game. Still not good enough.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, TCU! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds the tight end. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Washington right back to the line. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decision, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The aerial assault continues. That's reeled in. It's Reinbold. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Takes it from the gun on third down. Working that left side now. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They are having none of this running game down on the goal line.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he's going to bring it out. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same.
Brings it in down the left side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And there was some eye contact going on there on that last play. Press man coverage. The receiver was looking at his guy like, please throw this up for me. You know we got this one. I'm going to beat this guy at the line of scrimmage and make a play. Quarterback, there was no doubt where he was going with it. That's just 2 guys being on the same page.
Going up top on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
He wants to pass it on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find...
And the pass is intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
To the air on 1st down. He lost one down the sideline. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Horned Frog!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
From the gun. He's got it down the middle. He's not going to get there as this defense stops the 2-point conversion attempt, and they hang on to this slim lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback hauled up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
Caught behind the line. It's Reinbold. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they get...
Got it in stride inside the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on a 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week.
Touchdown, TCU! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Takes the handoff. It's Burns. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The give to the tailback. Just ran him over. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Huskies moving quickly to the line. Rides to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Makes a man miss. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. A first down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. Guys, after that miss, we are still sitting on a 5-point game.
I'll tell you, that's his third field goal miss now, and if I'm the head coach, I'm maybe considering making a switch at the kicker position, or we're going for it on fourth down from here on out. This can't keep happening.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He leaves it with his back. At the 35, he's loose. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll give it to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout mode, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. He's going to pass on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Offense set on first down. He wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Burns. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holder.
If I'm the offensive coordinator right here, man, I'm trying to find some easy gimmies. I'm trying to find a way to make this offense easier right now because everything seems hard. Like last week, too, man, just completion percentage is not great. This offense is just not moving like it should, and they got to find some ways to make this thing easy.
On third down, he drops to throw. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
And you know what? You kind of deserve it. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot, but you gave him a little bit of hope.
Pulls it in. It's Burns. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. So they're facing third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Trying to find his man on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.